We have filmed 12 races in the Dragon Force 65 Queensland Inter-Club Series, and what we're doing is comparing the boats who win the start with the boats who win the race. And there's some very interesting analysis which I think you'll enjoy looking at. This first start is just about to start, and look at the favoured end is where boy number 5 is, around this end. 329, who's coming up now, just passing boy number 6, will win this start fairly confidently, and will make a move towards the knocking side. So as she comes across here, she will come along here, and as the knock, she'll take the knock and be clear ahead of the fleet. 329 ends up winning this race, so well done, Daniel Bergen. In race number 2, we have an interesting starting line here. The favoured end is the furthest end, and what we see in this starting sequence is number 52, who starts on the furthest end and ends up winning the start and winning the race. So take a look at this starting procedure. The wind is flicked around to favour that furthest end, and 52 certainly makes, in these difficult conditions, a good clean start without too much interruption. There she goes. She ends up winning this race. So well done, 52. What we have here in race number 3 is a very interesting start. The favoured end is the closest boy, and if you look up the course, what we have is a large knock happening close to where we're standing and filming. So the first boat to get the knock will be in an advantageous position. So it's best to get to that knock as soon as possible. You can see that 52 is coming in to a start shortly, and she is seeking to go, even though the position of the start seems to favour the further boats out. It's important to get to that knocking position as soon as possible, which she is seeking to do now by coming across quickly. You can see the other boats seem to be higher and winning to her, but they will all sail into the knock. She will tack on the knock, as she is about to do, and move away very quickly, which she does. See her out there in the distance. She wins the race. We have here race number 4. This is an interesting race because the wind is moving around a bit and it's favouring the far end. That's buoy number 7, which is the furthest one out. We have a lot of boats milling around, and this is all about getting your timing right. If you're too early and you have to come back, you basically can stop your boat, and you don't want to stop your boat in these light conditions. You want to keep your boat moving as quickly as possible and time the start properly. 26, which is the yellow boat in the the myriad of boats there, times the start to perfection. We're coming in for a sequence of starting, and she's just slowly making her way up. There's a group of boats to leeward of her, and she starts now and wins the start and continues along to take that breeze out. And there's not a lot of wind there at the moment, but she manages to get, as being the top boat, she's managing to maintain a reasonably good position there. She tacks away on a lift and is winning a race at this stage. Unfortunately, she comes 8th overall, with 52 coming from behind to win the race. Well done. This is race number 7 of the Queensland DF65 Inter Club Series, raced in November 2022. We're coming in for a start. What's interesting here is you'll see the blue boat which is coming in. This is the favoured end up on number 5. Always make sure that you have enough room, particularly if you're reaching along the line as they are here. 687 runs out of room and has to cross the line early and then has to go back, which is a very costly situation. 52 wins the start and runs across here into the knock, which is prevailing on this side, and comes out cleanly and ahead, and ultimately wins the race. Well done, 52.
392. 329, sorry.
Oh, keep going.
Starboard 241. Starboard 462.
In this race, we've got a situation of light airs. The key here is to be fast at the start, so timing is everything, absolutely everything. You can see 52's coming up on starboard to try and protect herself. However, she gets into an altercation with 161 and they sort of flutter around there for a while. However, the boat to watch in this start is 521. She comes in on port tack, fast, and comes straight across the line now, moving quickly and basically to windward of everyone, and wins the start. Unfortunately for her, she ends up in 8th place with 52 winning the race. But a good start for 521. Timing is everything. So make sure you practice that right at the start. In this race 9, we have a very interesting situation. The wind at the start line favours the far end, where there's a lot of boats milling around. On the closer end, there's only one boat which starts on that end, and that's number 43. That's John Daly. He takes a risk that there's going to be a knock further up the bay, consistent with what's been happening. As you can see, 52 gets away cleanly, and there's a group of boats all going out there, and it looks like at this stage that that's the winning side. But as they sail further out, 20 metres further out, it knocks severely. We're about to see 43 come into the picture. 43 is a long way ahead at this stage. Here's 43, and the breeze has swung to this side, and she wins the race with 52 coming second. Well done, John. Well done. So always remember to keep an eye on what's happening further up the track and where you want to be 30 metres from the start. This is race 10 at Springfield Lakes for the Queensland DF65 Inter-Club Championships in 2021. We keep an eye on 52 and that's Mike, and 687, that's Marty, who are sailing today. This is an explanation of what not to do after you've won the race. So we're coming in for a start. 52 wins the start and is clear ahead with the fleet following her. And she's working up in a breeze. There's a nice little breeze line which they're all involved in, and they're all working up. 52 makes the classic mistake of tacking away from the fleet into a knock. She'll tack away, and as she tacks away, all the boats lift around her. So she tacks away onto a knock, whilst all the boats behind her continue to lift. 687 in particular does extremely well, and then sails into a knock and tacks. 52, realising her mistake, tacks back along across to the fleet, but loses and goes behind. 687 is clear ahead and wins this race. This is race number 11, and what we have here is, if you concentrate on a few boats, number 52 and the blue boat 687. We're having a start, and what you'll see here is that 52 has a nice clean start, eases her sails and moves quickly away. 687 you can see in the distance there. They're all going to the far side where they're hoping to get a large knock, all working towards that point. At this stage, 5-2's in the lead. They're slightly headed by that knock, and they all tack, coming back out to this side. Keeping their sails loose and moving forward. 5-2 wins this race, with 687 coming in third place. The other boats relegated a little bit further back. Key to this is keep your boat moving in those light airs. This is race 12 in the Queensland Interclub Championships sailed on Springville Lakes. Interesting race here. We're going in for a start, and 52, keep an eye on 52 and the blue boat 687, which are coming in for a start. 52 does quite well at the start, and most of the boats tack away as there's a bit of a hole in on this side of the start. As the fleet moves towards the other side, basically on a knock, sailing into a knock, but sailing into clearer air on that other side, there's a big advantage on the far side as the breeze starts to fill in, taking 687 and a group of boats further forward. What's interesting is that Scott Rudd, in sailing 241, has decided to go right across to the far side, where he picks up a lot more breeze in this lighter condition. And you can see him right across there on the very far side, in front of the blue boat, right across on the other side. Picks up a lift and runs along the side of the building over there to win this race. So well done to 241 Scott Rudd. This is race number 13. In this race we have an example. People have got used to the fact that the breeze is on the far side, so there's a milling right down the other end. Interestingly, if you look at 329, which is right up this closest end, she runs down the line, keeps the boat speed up, and gets an extremely good start, moving fast and reaching along the line on port tack, whilst everyone else is down the other end to win the start with 687. What's interesting here is the fleet is moving across to the breeze line, which is on the far side. 197 in particular has sailed by a local. Ian Robertson has really gone out there, and you can see him on the far side picking up the breeze and doing extremely well. In this race, 521 comes from behind to win the race. So well done, 521. This is race 14, the last race for the day, and we have a start coming up. The first winning boats to start are 521, 52, 687 and 673, who all start up at the favoured end. Unfortunately, 52 and 687 were over at the start and had to return, giving the advantage to 521, who completed the race and won the race, the final race. So well done to David. Hope you've enjoyed these videos. 50-50 chance of winning the race. There's your odds. So much better to start well. And if you enjoy these videos, please subscribe to the channel. Hope you enjoyed the series today, and look forward to seeing you out on the water. Bye for now.